Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the DDMM YouTube channel for the second meeting of Season 5 for the Club 100 Gran Turismo Sports Series. My name is Andrew Mather. I'll be your commentator for this evening. Very, very good to have you on board once again for all the racing this evening. Hope you're doing very, very well. And really looking forward to this tonight as we continue our run through of lots of sim racing and esports on the channel at the moment. As I say, we are back with some Gran Turismo Sports this evening. If you missed rounds 1 and 2, the first meeting of this 5th season for Lobby 1, the Premier Class, you missed a belter. You can go watch it back here on the DDMM YouTube channel. Couple of issues with servers tonight. Apologies for the slightly delayed start. And I think we can cut across now to the lobby where practice is ongoing. And in fact, no. What we're going to do, we're going to do a little short look down through the standings so far after the first 2 rounds of this longer season, 6 rounds of it this year, or 6 meetings, 2 races each. So after the first set of those races, here's what the standings look like. Nathan. We're still in practice at the moment, so don't worry, you've not missed anything. In fact, there we go. Nathan has just pressed the button to get us onto going into qualifying. He's just had a little bit of a settings change, so don't worry, you're still not missing anything. If you guys can hear me, I think you should be back with us now. Welcome back, everybody, to live coverage, and oh my goodness, I think the lobby has gone mad. Something has gone terribly wrong here on Gran Turismo Sport. We're going to go to a short break. We'll be back in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the problems that we've had tonight. We are double dutying now, double pay, because we are now lobby hosts as well. Hopefully, we're going to cut across now to the lobby and everything isn't going to die. There we go. Qualifying has begun then for us here. And, whilst I just compose myself, 5 minutes we've given them to get these qualifying laps in. But we are on one of the shortest circuits in Gran Turismo, or at least in Gran Turismo Sport. Whilst I'm getting myself up to speed, what do we think about Gran Turismo 7, guys, in the chat? A lot of news coming out in the last few days. I haven't really had much time to take it in personally because it was a bit very busy Club 100 weekend in real life this weekend, with some challenges to overcome, shall we say. But the driver's out on circuit now. Big slipstream opportunities around this circuit to be had. This is a circuit that we've used before, of course, mainly when we've done the end of season O plates in the karts. Let us know if there's any more sound issues in the chat as well, guys. We're all over the place tonight with the stream, just trying to do as well we can with everything that's going on out there. But the Miyabi circuit already producing some strong lap times. Good evening to Luke, who's not with us in the commentary box this evening. He's on holiday, but he's still tuned in. GT7 is going to be absolutely epic by the looks of things. GT4 plus GT Sport, basically. That is, yeah, I think that's a very, very good way of putting it. And Gran Turismo 4 was my favourite back in the day, so I've very much been in favour of that. Early stage of this qualifying session, Jack Cameron Drayton currently the fastest driver out there. Oh, big contact though into the wall. Trying to go side by side with Nathan Maximin. And that's not good news for Jack at all. This could be a very mixed up grid with the nature of this circuit. Now that's going to be tough for Jack to get back into position. He may cut to the pit lane and try and get the toe again. He is going again now. Tim Clark currently second fastest. Everyone jostling around. It's like Monza Formula 1 qualifying out there at the moment. Javier Gorostidi Turner in the front shot as well. Nobody wants to lead with 2 minutes and 10 on the clock to go. Still plenty of opportunities for everybody to get a lap time in. Having a look at championship leader Nathan Maximin now. He's got a nice toe under the rear wing of his teammate Javier Gorostidi Turner, aka Arthur M. Silver Arrow. This could be a key lap to watch here. Let's go on board with Nathan. See what he can do here. He's currently in 5th position. But it's looked like a tidy lap so far. 39.965, the fastest lap time for Nathan at the moment. Can he go any quicker? This is looking pretty good. And it's good for pole. It's good for pole position. 39.711 there for Nathan. Just what he was looking for. They'll switch round now. And there is enough time for everybody to get round again and start another lap, I think. So Javier will try and get both of the orange cars on the front row here at Kyoto Driving Park. Jack Cameron Drayton still there in 2nd place. Both of the blue cars trying to help each other at the moment. So Ryan Sandel currently languishing down in 6th position on the grid. Really does need to get further up the order to give a challenge to Nathan so far tonight. Just over 30 seconds on the clock. Toby Nichols has gone quicker. He's gone up to 6th place. What can Ryan do here with a toe? He stays 7th. He stays in 7th place. Who else is circulating well? Tim Clark, as we mentioned, is in 4th place. Trevor Randall in 5th. Can Javier Gorostidi Turner improve? Oh, I think that was a big moment for Trevor Randall. Yes, it was. So Trevor Randall in the wall. That will pretty much be his qualifying over. but at least he's managed to get onto the third row of the grid. Last chances now for everybody out there to get a lap time here at Kyoto Driving Park for the first race of the evening. No Kurith tonight, unfortunately, but do stick about. We've got some great racing scheduled for you here on the DDMM YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, Steve. And Ryan has improved. Ryan's gone to 5th place on that last lap. But it looks like it is going to be Nathan Maximin from Jack Cameron Drayton. Here's Javier across the line. GTP Toby's gone for a spin on the last lap and goes no quicker. So it is Maximin from Cameron Drayton, Gorstidi Turner, Clark, Sandel, Randall, Nichols, Brewell, and Martin Robinson 9th on the grid. All set to go then here at Kyoto Driving Park. First race of the round for Season 5 of the Club 100 Gran Turismo Sports Series. Can Nathan Maximin continue this great form that he's on? 2 wins 2 weeks ago. Can he take another race victory? Away we go then for 20 minutes here on the Miyabi layout. Good start from Nathan Maximin, cut straight across, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 into the first corner as you were from the grid. We have mentioned earlier that we've seen this circuit in action with these drivers in the past, mainly in the karting O plate, and staying in the slipstream is oh so important around this circuit, and you can already see the jostling going on. Down the inside goes Jack Cameron Drayton, going for the lead of the race here on lap 1. He's got the move done. Great stuff from Jack Cameron Drayton there. Got up the inside of Nathan Maximum and will lead at the end of lap 1. Martin Robinson, you can just see off the back of the field there, has already, well, he's got up to 7th place, so he's got up ahead of Toby Nichols and Callum Brewell, who are going 3 wide as they go through turn 1. Don't want to lose the slipstream guys though. It'll be a long race without it. Trevor Randall and Ryan Sandel going side by side for 5th place there. Nathan Maximin looking to the outside of Jack Cameron Drayton through the final parabolica through this tricky chicane. So far, Jack Cameron Drayton looking pretty comfortable out front at the end of lap number 2. Slowdown penalty though. Oh, just as we say that, he's got a slowdown penalty, so he's got to erode that away now. That'll be for corner cutting. He's got rid of most of it there. In fact, he's managed that very, very well. He's managed to hold on to the lead. Nathan Maximin not able to take advantage of that. There's a small smidge of penalty still there for Jack Cameron Drayton, so he will need to get rid of that. Down the inside there was Javier Gorostidi Turner on his teammate. But it's still all 9 drivers in the mix here, going through the chicane. 3 minutes of the race to go. 3 minutes of the race gone, I should say. Jack Cameron Drayton still leading. There's Tim Clark in 4th place. Looks like Martin Robinson has had some form of corner cutting penalty as well. Nathan Maximin looks to the outside of Jack Cameron Drayton. This is a big job here for Jack Cameron Drayton, not just for himself but his team. Early indications from week number 1 is that this is going to be a Nathan versus Ryan battle again, and the teammates will come into that. That's what Jack's got to do here. He's got to make sure, in fact there's been a swap with the Team Orange cars, so Javier Gorostidi Turner has got ahead of his teammate Nathan Maximin. Maybe Javier's going to try and disrupt Jack's run here. He's looking to the outside again as they go through the S's. Tim Clark's doing a good job at the moment, holding there in 4th place. The bottom 3 starting to be dropped now. As down the inside goes Nathan Maximin. Tim Clark's going to try and cut through on Javier as well there. They're going to go side by side. Oh, bit of contact between Ryan Sandel and Javier there. And look at this, Trevor Randall's come through as well. That's not gone well for Javier at all. He's gone from 2nd place down to 6th in a matter of corners. Just looking a little bit further back, Toby Nichols there in 7th place. 8th place battle going on between Callum Brewell and Martin Robinson. I get a feeling they're starting to lose the toe now. Change at the front. Nathan Maximan has got ahead of Jack Cameron Drayton. Let's see if we can see how that happened. It was coming out of turn 1. Nathan Maximan got underneath. Bit of a touring car move, side by side, bit of door banging. But Nathan is through and back into the lead. Having said that, no, he's not. He's been re-overtaken. Let's have a look at this one. Runs a little bit deep. Jack Cameron Drayton gets underneath. Bit of a shoulder barge and back through. This is a fantastic race. Early stages here at Kyoto Driving Park, and now Tim Clark's getting involved, trying to go around the outside of Nathan Maximan. Cutting through into the S's, will have the inside line, and Trevor Randall throws it in there. Look at this, 3 wide. Into the final hairpin, down the inside is Trevor Randall, and he's got the move done. Trevor Randall, using all of that experience that we always talk about with Trevor, has got himself up to 2nd place. Fastest lap with Trevor Randall at the moment as well. Treviso on a 39.834. And what that has done, of course, has given Jack Cameron Drayton a bit of a gap here. 0.8 of a second out front, and if he could, I just wonder if there's a bit more battling behind him to the extent that the chasing pack lose the slipstream off the back of the number 85. This could be quids in for Jack Cameron Drayton. His lead is extending. It's up to a 2nd now. Into turn 1 he goes. Let's go on board with Trevor Randall. Trying to hold that inside line. Tim Clark just behind him. Changes in the championship battle as well, because Ryan Sandel has got ahead of Nathan Maximan. We thought this could be a topsy-turvy race, as we've seen with the shifter kart, the 125s, in the past when we visited this circuit, and it's sure enough throwing up a bit of a challenge. And I think I thought for a moment that Nathan Maximan had lost another position, but he hasn't. He's still there in 5th place. Gap now to Jack Cameron Drayton. He's going. He is breaking away from them. 1.3 almost for Jack Cameron Drayton now. This is a sterling job from Jack. Just what we want to see, a bit of a mix-up at the front of the field. Luke Batsby in the chat, calling it absolutely right. Tim and Trev need to work together to hunt down Jack Cameron Drayton. What's happened to Jack, though? He's a bit slow. He's going to lose a few tenths here. What happened there with Jack? Did he cut a corner? Did he get a penalty? Or did he just have a bit of a moment? He did have a bit of a moment. He was very sideways. Just caught the grass. That was very, very well held from Jack Cameron Drayton, but it has lost him a little bit of time. Jack Cameron Drayton last week, bottom of the points table. Had moments of speed. He was very quick at times, but in the end, it didn't give him the rewards that he perhaps deserved. Looks like Nathan Maximan has got ahead of Ryan Sandel again. Side by side between teammates Javier Gorostidi-Turner. In fact, Gorostidi-Turner trying to get back down the inside, and Ryan Sandel, who'd worked his way brilliantly up to 4th place, is in trouble here because Toby Nichols is now on the scene. Martin Robinson has got past Callum Brewell. Battles everywhere in this field of 9 here in the Club 100 Gran Turismo Sports Series tonight. Down the inside looks Ryan Sandel. He's going to have the turn in there. Nothing Javier can do about that. Toby Nichols now trying to get involved and going side by side through the chicane. That's very tight, boys. A bit of contact between the two of them, and Toby's through. Toby is through. Great stuff. Jack Cameron Drayton, though, continues to lead. Trevor Randall has broken away as well. This is a good run from Trevor in 2nd place. Up to 3rd place now is Nathan Maximan. Let's have a look at how he did it. It was into turn 1, up behind Tim Clark. He's kept his nose very clean and just goes a little bit deep there, does Tim, and Nathan doesn't need much more opportunity than that to get through and make an overtake work. Well, so much has happened in this race, and not even at the halfway stage. But Jack Cameron Drayton now has a 1.8 second lead. This is brilliant from Jack Cameron Drayton. And a driver off last week's results who may have been thinking about that relegation threat. Bottom 3 in the division, hop down into Clubman's. Top 3 from Clubman's come up, of course. This is just the kind of response that Jack Cameron Drayton would have wanted, and it's going to help Team Blue in the team standings as well. Team Orange won last week with 78 points on their scorecard, 54 for Team Blue, ahead of Team White 44, Team Red 43 and Team Black 33. Looking a little bit further back, looks like Tim Clark and Nathan Maximan starting to work together here, closing in on Trevor Randall. The question in the mind now for Nathan Maximan: does he work with Trevor to try and close in this gap that Jack Cameron Drayton has, or does he just blast through, as we've become accustomed to seeing him do in this series? What can Ryan Sandel do as well? He's currently languishing in 5th place. He's got it back ahead of Javier Gorostidi, tournament broken away from him, but has got no help at the moment. Hasn't got someone pushing him from behind. Martin Robinson is up to 7th place, by the way. He's got past Toby Nichols. Let's see if he'd got, well, he'd already got it done by the pit straight. 2 seconds now the lead for Jack Cameron Drayton, Jack CD. Looking for a first victory in this competition in a long time. Trevor Randall just seemingly able to hold that gap at the moment, ahead of Nathan Maximan, running slightly wider through the long turn 1. And now Nathan Maximan is right on the rear axle of Treviso here. Trevor Randall's going to try and go defensive. He does not want to work with Nathan Maximan at the moment. Out of the final chicane they go. Yeah, Trevor Randall definitely wants to defend here and block this up. Maybe wanted to help the youngster Jack Cameron Drayton out front to take a first ever victory. 2 seconds is the gap at the moment with less than 8.5 minutes to go. Through the chicane they go. Into the hairpin once more, and then the tighter bus stop chicane. Still that gap's holding at 2 seconds. It's not coming down at the moment. You get the feeling that Nathan Maximan, in fact, yeah, he's going to start flashing the lights, I feel. Getting down the inside of Nathan Maximan, and he's got 2nd place. Surely going to hold to the inside line. Has gone through, taken 2nd place, and now a really key important phase of the race. Can this group of 3, nearly 4, because Ryan Sandel is closing in, can they make the cross over to Jack Cameron Drayton and take the lead in this race? Fastest lap at the moment. Still, actually no, it's changed. Javier Gorostidi Turner, 39.709. Sitting there in 4th place. Lead gap is now starting to come down though. Jack Cameron Drayton on his own. 1.5 seconds the gap, and Nathan Maximan, well, this would be a remarkable drive if he could close that gap down. He is pulling away from the trio behind, led by Trevor Randall, Tim, and the Tim Clark in the middle of it, Ryan Sandel in 5th. 6.5 minutes to go. New fastest lap has gone in from Nathan Maximin. 39.657, which I think is faster than what he did in qualifying. Changes behind, does it look like? No. Ryan Sandel trying to get past Tim Clark, seeing his title rival galloping down the road. Realising that he really needs to get on with this now if he's going to restrict the points loss. Another lap ticks by. 1.3 seconds now the gap for Jack Cameron Drayton ahead of Nathan Maximin. He's trying to do everything that he can. Lap time last time around of 39.919 for Jack. What was it for Nathan? It was 39.756, so it was a couple of tenths for Nathan Maximin, but this is a good lap so far from Jack Cameron Drayton. He's holding that gap at 1.3. Being so careful to not cut the course too much to get a penalty. He's been right on the edge. Another lap ticks by. 1.219 now the gap. It is continuous. Turn 1, Nathan Maximin is very strong. He seems to be able to hold a tighter line with speed, and is doing things very favourably for him. Trevor Randall still there in third place. In fact, Tim Clark trying to go down the inside was that, and there's contact between the two of them. That's going to open the door for Ryan Sandel to come through, takes third place. Well, Ryan Sandel held back there, saw it was getting a little bit feisty between Trevor and Tim, and has gained 2 positions out of it. Now, this is a big lap from the winner of Season 1 and Season 2. Can he pull away and start to close in Nathan Maximin? Now, Nathan Maximin's not going to have any help from behind now. 4.25 minutes. The lead is less than a second again. It's less than a second for the first time in quite a while. There's still 4 minutes of this race to go. This has been a superb effort from Jack Cameron Drayton, and he deserves a good number of points out of this. If you're enjoying the race and you want to see more things like this and you're not subscribed already, do make sure that you've pressed that subscribe button here on the DDMM YouTube channel. You can see that tighter line that Nathan Maximin's using again. It just gains him a tenth or so, 10.5 maybe. Each lap he does it. Oh, Jack is really pushing hard now, out onto the grass there. Nearly lost control. Luke calling it in the chat. Yeah, Nathan is on the brink of being able to get into the slipstream. Jack's having to start thinking a little bit defensively about this situation. There is a good gap behind to 3rd, 4th and 5th place. But will team orders start to come into this situation? You could argue that Ryan Sandel needs the points more than Jack Cameron Drayton. 3rd would still be a good result for the driver in the number 85. Would still help him in a lot in the situation of just trying to hold his position in this Premier lobby. Less than 6/10 now. 2.5 minutes, or just over that to go. Can Jack Cameron Drayton hold on to this victory? It's first of the season, first in a while in the Club 100 Gran Turismo Sport Series. Point 4 now. Nathan Maximin is definitely in the slipstream. Through the far hairpin they go. No changes behind, to be honest. In fact, no, I'm telling a lie, because it's side by side between Trevor Randall and Javier Gorostidi Turner, and Trevor's got in front. So another late charge from Javier Gorostidi Turner, trying to get back into 4th place. Tim Clark now having a go side by side going into turn 1. Just keeping an eye on our leaders. Oh, look at this. He's less than 2/10 now. Nathan Maximin is right there. Jack Cameron Drayton is going to have to defend probably for 3 laps here, but he's going to be down the inside. Contact between the two of them. Is Nathan Maximin through? He is. He's got back into the lead. He's had to fight really hard in this race. And in fact, it's not over because Jack Cameron-Drayton's back down the inside. Is he going to force him out wide? Yes, he is. Gets through in the bus stop chicane. We saw the two of them come together in qualifying. And it's switched around now with Jack Cameron-Drayton back into the lead. Now, this is also helping. Ryan Sandel is closing in. 1 second behind now. This is a great defence from Jack Cameron-Drayton. You've got to think, though, he's got to stay tight through the S's and into the small hairpin. Just holds to the inside. Nathan Maximan can't get through. Hold it through the chicane as well. Oh, Nathan Maximan's looking for a slightly ulterior line. They're going to be over the line. This should be the last lap then. 34 seconds to go. Yes, this is it. Last lap for Jack Cameron-Drayton. He's going to try and defend down the inside. Nathan Maximan on his preferred line has got the lead. He's got the lead going on to the last lap. Jack Cameron-Drayton's coming back though. They're going to be side by side as they go towards the S's. Jack's going to be on the outside. He's going to be really, really brave, but I think Nathan Maximan's got this. What a race to kick things off here tonight. Can Jack send it down the inside into the last corners? No, he can't. What a win this is going to be. This is not an easy title defence at all, but Nathan Maximan is going to make it 3 from 3. What a win. Jack Cameron-Drayton on the podium there in second place. Third for Ryan Sandel. A very good race for Team Blue. Trevor Randall in fourth. Fifth for Tim Clark. Sixth, Javier Goristidi-Turner. Martin Robinson seventh. Eighth for Toby Nichols. And ninth for Callum Brewell. Wow, what a race. So close to a win there for Jack Cameron-Drayton. But once again, here in the Premier Lobby, it is Nathan Maximan. His third victory of the season. His fantastic form marches on. Well, if you enjoyed that race, do make sure that you've clicked the like button. And we're going to take a short break here on the commentary and be back for race 2 shortly. Welcome back, everybody, to live coverage of the second meeting for Season 5 of the Club 100 Gran Turismo Sport Series. We should be just about ready to get going, I think, for the second race of the evening and the first appearance for the year of the Group 4 cars that our drivers have decided to race with for this season. See Nathan Maximan there, circulating around in his Mitsubishi. This will be a reverse grid race of the previous result. The tyre wear and fuel usage as well for the drivers to deal with. It's quite an enticing race last week on the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. I keep saying last week because I'm used to these being 1 week after another, not fortnightly like we've got for this season. Whilst the guys are getting ready, should say we're on a week off next week. DDMM towers are closed for next week whilst I'm on holiday, but we are back 2 weeks' time with the next meeting of this competition. The week after that, we'll be back onto iRacing duties for the next round of the Club 100 and BUKC iRacing Legends competition. We'll be at Suzuka in the Ferrari GT3s, and we've also, in the midst of all that, got coming up Petit Le Mans, a special event for iRacing. So we are just about ready to get things underway here. So here we go then for the second race of the evening. And we'll get going for 30 minutes around the longer version of Kyoto Driving Park. Both circuits combined together. Callum Brule will have pole position for us. He's going to get the run down into turn 1, 3, 2, 1. Away we go for the feature race here tonight at Kyoto Driving Park. Good start again from Callum Brule, as we saw last week when he got a blinding start at Brands Hatch. How big a lead is he going to have in the Mercedes coming out of turn 1 tonight? Bit of squabbling towards the back of the field again. Toby Nichols holds there in second place, Martin Robinson in third, and it's a pretty even start for everyone as they go through the S's for the first time. No changes for position yet. Callum Brule going defensive. Slightly deep as well. This is a good opportunity to get a run for the drivers behind. We're going to go deep downhill into one of the trickiest braking zones in the game, if you ask me. It's tight hairpin, which double back straight away. And look at Martin Robinson going around the outside too quickly. In the wall and in the grass. And Martin Robinson is going to fall down the order here all the way to 9th place. Just got his braking wrong and has taken himself out of contention early in this race. Two groups splitting apart now. Javier Gorosidi Turner, Toby Nichols and Callum Brule at the front of this. And if they can work together and get a bit of an advantage over the rest of the field. Look at the scrap going on behind with Trevor Randall involved in there. There's a penalty out there. Who's that for? It's for Ryan Sandel, plus 0.4 of a second. There's Nathan Maximan into another one of the tight hairpins here at Kyoto Driving Park. We're on the Yamagiwa layouts at the moment. Picking when the pit stops are going to occur tonight is going to be tricky for these drivers because it's a long lap. You don't want to get caught out on a poorer make of tyre. Oh, he's just designed with a poorer rest. There we go. That's what we want. Let's have a look at what's... Oh, in fact, Nathan Maximan's on the grass. He's going for a bit of rallycross. Are they all on the soft tyre tonight? It looks like they are. Toby Nichols at the inside of Javier there.
get to the end of lap number 1 then. 2.5 minutes of the race gone. Callum Brewell leads. Toby Nichols looking down the inside though. Nathan Maximin still holding there in 4th place. 5th place now for Trevor Randall. Ryan Sandel keeping his foot in. Has got a good amount of time to get rid of that 0.4 second penalty, but will need to do so eventually. Side by side momentarily with Tim Clark there, fighting over 6th place. There's a little bit of a wall tap there from Jack Cowan Drayton. Just about gets away with it. Great inputs in the chat from Mr. Battersby. 4-wheel drive, of course, on Nathan's car. Front tyres are going to be a challenge for him tonight. As down the inside, look at this, going for the lead. Toby Nichols trying to do what Martin Robinson had to go at 1 lap ago, and he's just, well, he nearly ended up in the same tyre barrier as Martin 1 lap ago. It was a good attempt. Had the lead for a few metres, but in the end slips back. Javier Gorostidi Turner inherits P1 then. Had a fantastic feature race at Brands Hatch. What can he do here tonight? So lap times around 2.5 minutes mean that we should be seeing pit stops around, what would we say, lap 6. Patience on those front tyres. You can see the right-hand side tyres. Toby Nichols' car starting to wear a little bit more. How's Nathan doing with his? Well, that's quite remarkable. Hardly anywhere at all on the rears. A bit on the front right, as you'd expect for the all-wheel drive car. Apart from that, pretty good. Callum Brewell now having problems holding on to onto 3rd place, and yeah, he's going to lose that. Nathan Maximin comes through. Ryan Sandel's got rid of a little bit of the penalty. It's down to 0.2 now. It's actually got past Callum Brewell as well, as he ran a little bit wide. Cal's not had ample amounts of time to prepare for this round. He's doing a lot of work at PF International the last day or so. So over the line, end of lap number 2. There's your leader, Javier Gorostidi Turner. Clear now with Toby Nichols. This is quite a good bit of teamwork between these two drivers in the BMWs. Not on the same team, of course. Looking for a chance to get some big points and break away from the drivers competing around for 3rd, 4th, 5th place in this championship. Toby Nichols going to the outside though, trying to do the long way round the outside. Is he going to get forced onto the grass there? Yes, he is. And he's just about kept his foot in. He's kept it in the lead. That's a remarkable run from Toby Nichols. Can he get it done on the brakes? Down into the tight hairpin. Yes, he can. He's going to have the advantage into the next corner. This is great racing between Toby Nichols and Javier Gorostidi Turner. And eventually, GTP Toby has got the lead, but no, he hasn't. Here back comes Javier, trying to go around the outside now through the S's. We've already seen some great racing through here tonight, and Javier retakes the lead. This is what we've come to love about this series. Always very close, so competitive. Anywhere you look. If you're enjoying this and want to see more of it, do make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Remember, Thursday night over on the DW Media channel, link is in the description. Got the Clubman lobby, which is currently ongoing. What this has done though, has allowed this second group, and this is the power trio, you would say, in these feature races over the past couple of seasons. Tim Clark, always very good on his tyres. He's got up to 3rd place ahead of Nathan Maximin. Ryan Sandel's gone with as well. Coming to the end of lap 3. Still too early for a pit stop at the moment. Have to go a long time on your tyres. Down the inside goes Ryan Sandel. 2 championship leaders side by side. Giving each other good racing room though. A lot of respect between these two. Nathan Maximum, that four-wheel drive off the corner, able to hold on to the lead. Ryan Sandal's going to try and go around the outside again through turn number 1. Just get the feeling off the corners that Mitsubishi is strong. It is a little unorthodox choice for the manufacturer's race. If this is your first time with us for this series, the drivers have to stay, well, it's pretty much the same as manufacturers, FIA manufacturers series, they have to stay with the same manufacturer for the whole season, otherwise they incur a points penalty. And Ryan Sandal this time has gone round the outside. What a move that is! Side by side off the corner, but Ryan's going to have the advantage surely down the hill. He'll have the inside line for the next corner. And well, for the first time this season, Ryan Sandal has really got one over Nathan Maximum there. See Jack Cameron Drayton in the background, 6th place for him at the moment. What's been a very, very good night. Javier trying to break away now. He's on for a best lap of the race so far. Look at Tim Clark as well, he's nicely coming into this. Tight and twisty circuit in places here at Yamajiwa, and he's going to go down the inside of his teammate Toby Nichols. I wonder if that was slightly coordinated between the two Team White drivers. Side by side again between Ryan and Nathan Maximum. There's a slight penalty for Ryan that he's going to have to deal with. But these two drivers, as Nathan Maximum's looking down the inside again, this is almost getting a little bit Hamilton Verstappen-esque. They're so concentrating so much on each other, they are allowing some of the other drivers to have a slightly easier time of it tonight. This gap between Javier and Tim though, Silverarrow versus Tim Clark. It's less than 0.6 of a second now. As we were saying, this circuit that's very tight, very technical in places. Needs good traction. Jaguar is a good car for it, and the new fastest lap from Tim Clark as well, 2:26.265. Could this be one of those nights where Tim Clark plays the strategy so well that those that you would perhaps expect to be at the very front end of these battles can't respond? It's a tough race at the moment, unfortunately, for Team Red. We're looking at Trevor Randall and Martin Robinson fighting over 7th position. Callum Brule at the back of this group at the moment in matching Lightning McQueen liveries for Team Red. Back with the leaders. Javier Gorostidi-Turner, you see the white helmet, Stig-like helmet in that car. Got to be so patient on the power through this portion of the circuit before we then blast out into a more higher speed zone of this lap. Tim Clark is closing in here, 0.3 of a second now behind Javier. We saw him able to make moves before. A fair bit of wear on that BMW as well. Look at that front right on the indicator in the bottom left of your screens. That is starting to feel the heat a little bit here in Japan. Tim Clark's tyres are better. He has used more fuel though. Now we should remember that as well, that 5 times fuel depletion in this race. So Javier doing the better job on fuel, Tim doing the better job on the tyres. It will be the fuel that decides how long the mandatory pit stop is for all of these drivers. How's Toby doing? Well, Toby's really struggling on those tyres now. Nathan Maximum doing a remarkable job. Oh, he's slightly on the grass there. This is a real tester of a circuit for the drivers tonight. Will Toby Nichols go for a pit stop here? Slightly short fuel to make the tyres go a little bit longer. No, he's going to go on. So all of these drivers are taking the pain in the first portion of the race. Next time round, the pit stop window will very much be open, available for drivers to come in, get a new set of tyres, top up the fuel to get far enough into this race that they'll see the checkered flag without having to come back into pit lane. Tim Clark, though, really close behind Javier Gorostidi-Turner now. Can he try and do a move similar to what we saw from Ryan Sandel a few laps ago and go round the outside? Doesn't try it. There's no grip out there for the Jaguar, is what Tim feels. Going to go down the hill now. This is a good opportunity to sling one down the inside if Tim chooses. And look at that group behind now as well. Toby Nichols holding up Nathan Maximin and Ryan Sandel. Good opportunity for Ryan Sandel to actually get rid of his penalty, which is pretty much done there. Jack Drayton on his own at the moment in 6th place. 7th still Martin Robinson ahead of Trevor Randall, but really suffering on the tyres is Martin Robinson at the moment. What's the fuel situation looking like for these drivers? Still in the favour of Arthur M. Silver Arrow. Tim Clark's trying to make Javier work for it now. Surely they will be coming in this lap. Still very close behind them as well. Nathan Maximin holding ahead of Ryan Sandel at the moment. Previously there was a rule in this championship which said if you had a penalty on your car you couldn't overtake until it was cleared. That rule has expired now, is no longer in play, just for anyone tuning back into this series for the first time in a while. So 15 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock to go. Will they all pit on this lap? This makes sense to pit because you're pretty much at the halfway stage of the race. And yes, the two leaders do come into the pits. Does anybody go on? Oh, I think Nathan went on. Did Nathan continue there? Yes, he did. So both the championship leaders have carried on here. This is an interesting play. And Ryan Sandel's going to go down the inside here and take the initiative. They're going for the overcut. And Ryan Sandel has got back ahead, but they're going to be side by side now, the two championship leaders. That was a big move from Ryan Sandel. Let's see if we can have a little look at it again. Down the inside. Oh, it's already gone through by the time the replay's cut off there. So what can the rest of the drivers do now? Look at the gap. Look at the gap that's developed. Now that's all fuel. That is fuel that has developed that gap between Tim Clark and Javier Gorostidi-Turner. Now Jack Cameron Drayton is all over Tim Clark here like a bad rash, trying to get through. Tim Clark and his extra fuel usage in the Jaguar. V8 power in that F-Type. Used a bit more fuel than the BMW. And what was a 0.2 second gap is now 4 seconds. 4 seconds for Javier. So whilst he used a bit more on his tyres, he managed the fuel well. Having a look at the leaders then. Ryan Sandel and Nathan Maximin really actually working together at the moment. As Luke says in the chat, trying to clear that traffic over the top of the hill. We've still got a bit of this lap to go. Just to confirm, everybody else did come into the pits on that last lap, side by side into the spoon curve they go. Ryan Sandel gets rid of a bit more penalty. What's the fuel looking like between these two cars? Very even. Very even between these two drivers in terms of fuel. So it's going to be down to the pit crews then in the GT Sport pit lane as to who can get their driver out ahead. In they come then. So we'll keep an eye now on Javier. Will Javier retake the lead here? He's in a similar position 2 weeks ago at Brands Hatch before Nathan Maximin came back in a fantastic show of strength to take the win on that one. And I think Javier is going to hold on to the lead here. Javier has done it. He's got back ahead of Ryan Sandel. Ryan Sandel and Nathan Maximin, have they jumped? No, they haven't. In fact, that has not gone well for Nathan at all. Look at this now. Ryan Sandel's got back out ahead in second place. He needs to get his tyres up to temperature very, very quickly. Tim Clark has held on there to third place, but look at where Nathan Maximin is now. He's down in sixth place. He's been jumped by Jack Cameron Drayton in all of that. And that is a potentially big development in the context of this race. .3 seconds. That is the lead for Javier Gorostidi-Turner, who sets a personal best through that second sector. Needs to keep his tyres in check. The fuel levels are pretty much the same, maybe a little bit less fuel on Javier's car, so he's just going to need to take care of that towards the end of the race, but he should be fine on that level of fuel. Look at this behind, and GTP Toby's out on the grass there, running wide. I think that was Tim Clark getting through. Let's have a look at this. This was down into the first of the double hairpins. Jack Cameron Drayton going through. That meant that Clark and Nichols, Tim and Toby, were side by side, and no space there for Toby Nichols to go around the outside. And it did mean that through went Nathan Maximin as well. So Nathan Maximin gains a position. It's up to fifth. Maximin looking down the inside of Tim Clark there. Very tricky camber, he's done it. He's got through. He's got past Tim Clark. This is a big lap from Nathan Maximin. He's trying to get through this field as quickly as possible. As you can see, Ryan Sandel breaking away here. And once again, Jack Cameron Drayton has to do the defensive job, as we saw in race one. He did a very good job in race one. And if that race was 1 minute shorter, he would have been the victor. You've got to think now that this is all about teamwork. The longer Jack Cameron Drayton can hold Nathan Maximin behind him, the better for his teammate Ryan Sanders. That's a really good job. Really nice defensive line there. Keeps the speed up. We'll have a good run off the final corner. Reports coming in from Luke Battersby that, like last week, Nathan Maximin may have overfueled here in the Team Orange pit, and that's what's lost him that time to Ryan Sandel up the inside of Jack Cameron Drayton off of turn one. Can Nathan Maximin get the move done? There's a bit of contact between the two of them. He's got it done. He's through. Crucial move for Nathan Maximin. 1.5 seconds is the gap. 9.5 minutes left on the clock, but Ryan Sandel has just gone purple through sector number one. Got a feel. Oh, in fact, there's a bit of change further back. What has happened there? How has Tim Clark got back up to third place? Let's have a look at it. It was Nathan Maximin and Jack Cameron Drayton. Jack Cameron Drayton going down the inside. There was contact. There was a good amount of contact between Nathan Maximin and Jack Cameron Drayton, and Toby Nichols getting involved as well. Well, Nathan Maximin might not be too happy about that. Contact with his title rival's teammate, and that's given him an even bigger job now. He's got to close back in on Tim Clark, who we saw had a very, very good first stint. Had good speed throughout the earlier phases of this race. Had to take on more fuel though, but he's got the fuel now to get him to the end of the race. That is not a concern. He can just get his head down on those soft tyres, try and close in Tim Clark. Meanwhile, Javier Gorostidi-Turner on for a brilliant victory here. If he can just keep piloting that BMW round. 8 minutes to go. I'll do a bit of a calculation of how many laps to go once he crosses the line next time around, but I imagine it is going to be a 12-lap race. And he's continued to extend his lead as well. And this would be quite a result, and a deserved result as well, if you ask me. Javier was brilliant at Brands Hatch 2 weeks ago. He's back for third place. Tim Clark ahead of Nathan Maximin. Jack Cameron Drayton and Toby Nichols having a great fight. Shouldn't forget as well, Martin Robinson continuing to tour around, 7th place for Martin at the moment, and then the 2 Team Red cars fighting over 8th place. Trevor Randall on the pad, probably not the kind of circuit that suits pad users this, especially on those tyres. So time remaining on the clock. It should be down to 5 minutes at the end of this lap, lap number 10. Yep, 2 more. It should be 12 laps for the drivers. Still a 5-second gap for Javier Gorostidi Turner out front. This is the key gap that we're looking at now in the story of this 5th season of the Club 100 Gran Turismo Sports Series. Ryan Sandel there. Not concerning him too much about that 5-second gap up ahead. It's the 1.3 second gap to Tim Clark and Nathan Maximum behind. Tim Clark is having a heck of a race here. It's something that he finds with the Jag, that sometimes when it's on song, he is a very, very hard competitor. There's a good scrap going on behind. Toby Nichols has got past Jack Cameron Drayton there. Let's have a look at how he did it. Coming off the double hairpins. Side by side, he's going to go round the outside here through the S's. That is a really, the smaller S's. That is a fantastic move by Toby Nichols. Sweeping around the outside into the spoon. Very, very good stuff indeed. What you've got to say is impressive about this run. Look at those lap times from Javier Gorostidi Turner, Alfa M Silver Arrow. Just the one example of a 2:26 in the first phase of the race. And of course there's a bit of fuel playing into this as well. 2:26.2, 2:26.2 on the last 2 laps. Let's have a look at what this is going to be on lap 10. The consistency of Javier here is what's putting him in this position. Oh, timing's had a little bit of a wobble there. 2:26.5, 2:26.5 for Silver Arrow last time around. The consistency that he's having to get in those 2:26s is very, very, very good. More faster lap times going in from all of the drivers as the fuel burns off. Ryan Sandel then, 0.9 is his lead over Tim Clark now. So Clark and Maximin working together. They are definitely closing Ryan, Ruswald, Sandel in there. Good scrap going on for 5th again. Jack Cameron Drayton back down the inside of Toby Nichols. We saw this a lap ago from them. Can Toby Nichols, he's going to have to be on the inside this time. This is where he made the overtake 1 lap ago. He's going to be on the inside, I think, again into the spoon curve. Can Jack Cameron Drayton hold it round the outside? Oh, he's going to shut the door there. There's going to be a bit of contact between the two of them. Toby Nichols will argue that he was there, he was present, he's got nowhere to go. Jack Cameron Drayton slightly out on the grass, and I think Toby Nichols is going to take the position. Jack Cameron Drayton, though, still in the slipstream, is going to dive it down the inside into the switchover between the 2 formats round Kyoto Driving Park. And Jack Cameron Drayton, this is a fantastic scrap between these 2 drivers. Not at the front of the field in this particular race, but now how important each and every position in this championship is. They both want this 5th place desperately. 3 minutes to go then. There will be... oh no, I think we'll sneak a 13th lap in here. As we reach the end of lap number 11. Lead gap is starting to come down though. 4.4 seconds there for Javier Gorostidi-Turner. Is he just pacing this towards the end of the race? I think he is, actually. I think he's decided that he just needs to cool off the pace a little bit. Make sure that he's got some tyres underneath him at the end of this race. As we say, I think there's going to be 2 more laps here. I think they're going to cross the line. Such has been Javier's pace. I think he's going to cross the line with a bit of time remaining. You never know, actually. He could cross the line before time expires, and this group here may run out of time. Oh, side by side between Nathan Maximin and Tim Clark. Has got through. Nathan's got through. He'd actually got through out of turn 1. Tim Clark was trying to re-overtake there. What are the tyres looking like for Nathan Maximin? Not too shabby at the moment. Pretty equal with Tim Clark there and Ryan Sandel. GTP Toby still ahead of Jack Cameron-Drayton, we just caught a sight of there. Just to check in as well, Martin Robinson circulating on his own in 7th place. Trevor Randall 8th and 9th for Callum Brule. Tough night for the Team Red Mercedes-Benz. 3.8 seconds now the gap back to Ryan Sandel. It's a comfortable gap still. 1 minute to go. This is going to be very tight as to whether time expires. I just wonder, is that what Javier's trying to do? Is he trying to just get it down so he times this over the line and keeps it on a 12-lap race and doesn't go on to 13? We'll know in 45 seconds time. But look at this. Look at how quickly Nathan Maximin is closing in on Ryan Sandel. Desperate times now for Ryan Sandel. Knows he probably cannot win this race, but for the point standings, he has got to stay ahead of Nathan Maximin here. He's taken 3 defeats so far this season, this being race number 4. I think he cannot afford to have another one. Check that clock. It's going to be close. 10 seconds to go. He's going to sneak over the line, do another lap. 6 seconds to go. 2nd, 3rd and 4th place are going to make it. 4th place over the line. That might be it. Yeah, so GTP Toby has beaten Jack Cameron-Drayton on the line there. That's 5th and 6th decided. 7th is going to be decided. Martin Robinson's reversing over the line. Oh, we love to see it, but we're going to have to go back to the battles still out there on track on lap number 13. Martin Robinson has indeed crossed the line backwards. It's going to be 8th and 9th for the 2 Team Reds. And in fact, I think they're going to do a standing over the line. In fact, that's very good from Trevor. He's recognised that he's not going to get good points. Callum needs the points and has given Callum 8th place there. That could be crucial at the end of the season. Meanwhile, the fuel situation as well, it's a little bit tight. It should be okay though. But Nathan Maximin is really, really hounding Ryan Sandel now. Sandel having to go this way and that to keep Nathan Maximin behind. I just wonder, are they tight on fuel here? That indicator is getting very, very low. Javier Gorostidi-Turner should be fine. He's got enough to get to the end. Ryan Sandel, oh, look at Nathan Maximin trying to find a lane underneath. There's no room there for him to get through. Ryan Sandel has got to hit every apex. He's gone wide. He's gone a little bit wide. That's going to be up the inside for Nathan Maximin. Can he get through? He's going to have to keep his nose in there. He's forcing Nathan Maximin out wide. Side by side once again as they come over the hill. Next corner, next braking zone is a left-hander. We'll have the advantage to Ryan Sandel. Oh, that was a big, big moment for Ryan Sandel to keep himself ahead. He's still just not letting Nathan Maximin through. Javier Gorostidi-Turner is still in the lead of this race. It's going to go down to the last corner. Surely, between these 2 brilliant drivers on Gran Turismo Sport, who's going to take the advantage in this feature race between them. Javier Gorostini-Turner is going to take a brilliant race victory, a well-deserved race victory, his first of the season. But look at it behind. It's going to be a drag race to the line, and Sandal's out of fuel. Sandal's out of fuel. Oh, big moment. Ryan Sandal has run out of fuel out of the last corner, and second place has gone to Nathan Maximin. Third has gone to Tim Clark, and Ryan Sandal will be sick to the bottom of his boots. He has run out of fuel out of the last corner, and it's cost him a big amount of points. But what a race for Arthur M. Silver Arrow. Javier Gorostini-Turner takes his first victory of the season with a brilliant strategic bit of play. What a great race that was. I do hope you enjoyed that. If you're new here on the DDMM YouTube channel, that's surely worth a subscribe and a like there on the video. Oh well, how was that? Get your comments in. Divine Infinity says they just love to war, don't they? Yeah, these two drivers at the top of their game, a very close one, and it was all down to that extra lap. That the front four ended up doing, and a miscalculation of the fuel that you'd imagine on the side of Ryan Sandal meant he just ran out. Luke Batsby has it as an 11-point swing for Nathan as a result of Ryan running out of fuel there on the last lap. And wow, what a race here this evening. Keep your comments coming in. Nathan says that was a sweaty one. It was indeed. Very tense for the drivers out there. And well, that is, we'll do all the maths and all the calculations, but what that will mean is that Nathan Maximin has extended his championship lead here tonight. I'm just going to make sure I save the replay before all of that disappears. Yeah, Luke, thanks for your help tonight, mate. Fantastic stuff in the comments. So 16 to 20 points for Nathan, 20 points to 13 for Ryan. And it could have been a lot worse as well had the group behind been on that last lap as well. Ryan was crawling to the line with no more go juice in his Dodge Viper. And I think we are going to wrap the stream up there, everybody. 2 weeks time we will be back. I'm not allowed to read out which the tracks are, as they're not due out to be released until the 21st of the 9th. They are good ones. They are very good ones indeed for September the 28th, when we will be back for more coverage of this championship. We won't have any midweek sim racing next week, as we say. DDMM Towers locked down for a week as I go on holiday. First time in a very long time. But yes, we will be back in 2 weeks' time. We are getting ready for iRacing. Special event for Petit Le Mans as well on the first weekend of October. That's we've got coming up. Also got coming up, we will have Howard on commentary duties at Wilton Mill Kart Club on the 4th Sunday of this month. So head across to Alpha Live to check all of that out. And the last bit to mention as well, the next round of the iRacing Championship, the Legends of Club 100 and BUKC iRacing Championship. That will be in 3 weeks' time on the Wednesday night. If you are an iRacing and you are a Club 100 or BUKC driver, do get involved. Do get your entries in as we get to the end of this season. Right, we are going to wrap things up there. Thank you everybody for watching. Apologies for the issues at the start of the stream, but I do hope you've enjoyed the racing here tonight. My name's been Andrew Mather. This has been the DDMM YouTube channel. Do take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.